All right, so I've been tagged, and I'm not a big fan of these tag videos, but I'm going to be a sport and play along. So, although I don't like the tag videos, I do like Zhao. Big fan of Zhao at Scented Moments. Thank you so much for tagging me. And I wasn't quite sure what to do here because I know these videos bring a lot of attention. People tend to like this sort of thing. But I also want to stay true to my regular viewers and not talk about things that I overly talk about. I want to give them something new. However, if you are a new viewer here, this isn't really a reflection of my greatest loves. These are things that I do love, though. I do love wearing. So if you're new here, welcome. Get acquainted. Let us know that you're visiting or you're going to stick around. To the faithful, ta-da! What's happening? Good to see you all. So yeah, as I was sifting through my collection, going, what am I going to talk about? I just randomly picked out things that it's been a while since I've spoke about, and as much as I love florals, I've left them aside for whatever reason, and there's obviously a theme here for the perfumes that I do love. They're all very dark, dry, smoky, woody, spicy, ambery, and incensey. And it was just really random. I didn't plan this or concoct anything. There's no conspiracy here, but I'll start. And the ones that I hate and I strongly dislike the word hate. It's a very powerful word, and there are days where I might hate them, but I think mostly I strongly dislike them. And if these are something you enjoy, this isn't meant to offend or hurt. Perfumes don't have any feelings. The wearers of the perfumes might have feelings. Somebody might get offended, but I mean, it's just the nature of the video. It's the nature of the topic. If you enjoy these, please consider continue wearing them and enjoying them. My opinion is just simply like every other, and makes no difference. It's just a video. But all right, to start, I am going to go with Thierry Vases. I almost called it Songe d'un Bois d'été. This is Bois Mysterio, which I love. I think they're an offshoot of each other. And this is probably what I would consider Monsieur Vases' one of his best works. And I like it because it's a very complex, dark perfume that wears excellently on me. I love the spicy accords. I love the leathery facets, the dry woods, the smokiness, the amberiness, and it's slightly dirty, but this is very masculine to me. It is very Middle Eastern as much as I try, or I'm not a big fan of Guerlain's Middle Eastern perfumes, or even, I'm not a big fan of westernized Middle Eastern perfumes. I've got nothing against Middle Eastern perfumes, but I'm not a fan of the Western style of it. However, I do like this. I've actually got one here that I strongly dislike. It'll be in my hate side from this same collection. So I'm kind of split on this collection. I'm split on Thierry Vases' work. Some I love, some I just can't get on with them, I'd like to see a big change in this line, but I love this. I love Bois Mysterio, Mysterious Woods, I think it translates to. Excellent perfume. I love the dry down. So it's important to me. I think I love dry downs more than tops, because tops, they fade really quickly and you're left with the dry down for the rest of the day. So dry downs are really important to me. I like that they last and they're deep and complex, and they just kind of, they have to have some sort of relevancy, right? Okay, so something, again, very, very similar to Bois. And this is Le Labo's Patchouli 24. I think it's because I'm a massive fan of patchouli and the darker facets of it. Again, this is dark, dry, smoky, spicy, woody. Not woodsy, might have greenness to it, but not... It doesn't remind me of being out in the forest or the woods. So when I say woodsy, that's what I mean, kind of forest. Even though it is like, it's a supreme woody perfume, dry woods, dry crackling smoky woods, very camphora's, and that's what this is, with that huge birch tar. Has that kind of like the barbecue vibe. And I've heard a lot of people, like a lot of friends, complain about the sweetness factor of this, like having the huge vanilla in the base and the sweetness bothering them. I've never really noticed that. This is a little bit challenging to wear. It is not the easiest perfume, but it is an excellent perfume. And this to me this is a work of art. This, you know, this makes me anxious. When I wear this, I feel anxious in the sense that I need to get shit done. And if I've got a busy day or something going on and I need an extra kick, almost like drinking a cup of coffee, this gives me that edgy factor. So I like that. That's interesting. It pulls something out of me, even though I don't always like that jittery vibe from drinking too much coffee, but I get a sense of that from this, which I like. You know, I think it's great that the perfume can do that for you. Okay, so next is a leather, and this is Bottega Veneta's leather for women. So for all you macho men out there, take note. If you want to be an alpha, a true alpha, wear women's perfume, because this is amazing. I prefer this to some of the masculine leathers out there, such as Cuir Canage, Cuir Maresque. You know, if I am making a top 5 leather themed perfume, I think this would make the top 5. It's gorgeous, and it wears gorgeous too. So it's a dry, woody, spicy, leathery fragrance that reminds me of, let's say, leather goods, handbags, boots, that sort of thing. It's a little bit powdery. It has that slight cosmetics tone to it. It is kind of beigey. I get this beige neutral color to it. You know, so after, let's say, Cuir de Russie, Cuir d'Ange, leather oud, Tuscan leather, I think this would probably fit in right after those as far as my favorite leather perfumes. Absolute joy to wear this. I think it's friggin' brilliant, if I'm honest. Massive patchouli in this as well. Kind of sparkling, but again, it's very deep, and it's got a lot of complexity, and it changes a lot, and it's underrated gem. I tell you that. That's Bottega Veneta for women. Okay, check that out. Next is, and I wasn't crazy about this when I first got it, but I spent some time with it, and I really like this. I think I love it. I think I love this, which is weird because, you know, for Guerlain, by that I mean like new Guerlain. Like, I love old Guerlain, I love vintage Guerlain, right? The classics. And the new stuff it's always hit or miss for me. I never know what to expect. Sometimes I'm really underwhelmed from such a great house, but I really love this. This is Santal Paurosa, which is their take on sandalwood. And this is the new style sandalwood. This is that very green, hard sandalwood, opposed to the softer, creamier, warmer, fruitier sandalwoods. But this, you know, they've added a little bit of fig note to give it that sense of old sandalwood. And I still don't find this as harsh as, let's say, Santal 33, which I think was the trend setter for this type of wood. But it does have that kind of that rose oudiness in the opening, which I don't like, but that quickly passes, and it leaves you with very, very warm, creamy, sensual, balsamic, woody notes, incensey, dry, dark, slightly mysterious, rubbery. Something about it reminds me of YSL's M7 for whatever reason, but I really like this. Excellent wear. It's deep and complex as well. And since I'm a massive lover of incense, I am left with number 5. This is Armani's Bois d'Encens, and this is one of my favorite church incenses. It reminds me of dry, dusty churches with the woody pews and dry, dusty books and that sort of thing. But it also reminds me of the outdoors, piney, cypressy, fresh air, crisp winter air, kind of like snow on the mountaintops, and that sparkling incense, slightly cold incense. It's been a while since I've worn this, but I do truly love this. This is one of those perfumes that does get, it's so beautiful, peppery, very peppery and spicy, and it's got that labdanum, that slightly leathery labdanum in the base that turns animalic deep into dry down. It's really warm and dark as well, mysterious. It reminds me of a church, like very deep, lost outdoors in the forest. But it is something that fades and plays peekaboo very deep in the dry down. You know, it's like, it gets kind of in that transparent level, which I like. I really like that. You know, it plays games with you. It's not a constant bombardment smashing you over the head. Like some of these things that I've got in the 5 that I hate. And I'll start with this one. This is one of those smashing you in the head. And there was a time where I thought I liked this. I thought this was interesting until I really got to know it. I was like, oh shit, this is like, reminds me of pretty much every other entry-level niche fragrance. It's just got that very mass appealing mainstream top note, that syrupy chemical thing, which is so obnoxious. Like, just sitting here, I've got the 10s like sorted out here, and it's all I can smell is that it feels like ethyl maltol, very syrupy, cotton-esque, like cotton candy sort of thing, very goopy, right? I thought the dry down was interesting with that massive scratchy patchouli note, but again, it's just too sweet and too cloying, and this is a sledgehammer. It feels like I'm being pounded in the head with a friggin' rubber mallet constantly, like over and over and over again. And it's just got that mass appeal factor that I can't stand. It smells like, you know how you walk into the department store and everything has that same syrupy smell to it? That's what I'm reminded of. Okay, so next I've got from one of my favorite designers, from one of my favorite perfumers. This is Francois Demachet Special Going Out Party. I think this is a celebratory perfume that he left for us in memory of him. And this is Vanilla Diorama, one of the sweetest pieces of junk I've ever smelled in my life. This is horribly sweet and cloying. It smells very basic to me and completely underwhelming. And, you know, the sweetness is what bothers me most. And when I smell this and wear it, it's just like, I'm reminded of I drink my coffee black. And if you've ever had coffee that's overdosed in sugar, like let's say 3 or 4 scoops of sugar, you can feel the granulars, the grains of sugar dripping down your teeth. Like it's literally like it's flowing down your teeth. And that's what I'm reminded of when I wear stuff like this. It's just like so sweet. It's unbearably sweet, and it's got this high pitch to it. I just can't enjoy it, and I absolutely hate this. I hate this. I hate that this is from a Christian Dior, one of the greatest perfume houses of all time. And I hate that this is what Christian Dior has become. That's my biggest complaint, is a lot of their stuff has headed this way. You know, I could have had Santal, is it Santal Noir in here as well? Their Ambretti Sandalwood, which is another theme on that really new Australian sandalwood, kind of in the Santal 33 realm. But there, here's, you know, so that's number 2. Here's the third one. Here's a sandalwood-based perfume from Louis Vuitton. And I absolutely despise this. Probably one of the most hated perfumes in my entire collection. And again, it is from that very hard green sandalwood. It's almost like wearing detergent. You know, it's just like rubs me the wrong way. And it's not just that sharp sandalwood, but it's also got sharp lemon and sharp ginger. And it's a very cold perfume. It bothers me so much. I don't like the chemistry that this creates for me. I get annoyed, and again, it causes anxiety for me. There's no contrast to this. I don't find it entertaining at all. I don't find it interesting. I think it is kind of, it is another one of those things that take from Santal 33 very much, and I don't enjoy this at all. I hate it. I strongly hate. Look, I am getting anxiety just thinking about this, right? So let's put that down. This is like bad energy. As soon as I start talking about these, I can feel like the energy, right? I was much happier talking about those ones. Oh, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 4. This is Patchouli Ardente, which I think is probably one of the worst in the entire oh God, I can't believe I said that. The Absolutes Deodorant collection. And because it feels incomplete to me. It feels like there are missing spaces in this perfume. It's very loud. It is obnoxious. It is hard. I don't know. It just feels empty to me. And this is what I mean about Guerlain's Absolute Deodorant collection. Some I love and some I just can't get on with. Things like this, Oud Essential. There's a couple others, the Musk Noble, but it is a huge. This is a massive perfume, massively strong, massively loud rose patchouli with a fig and the smoke and the aroma chemicals, very synthetic. Not a fan of this. It smells almost like paint thinner as well. Beautiful bottle, beautiful packaging. I think they missed out on a brilliant theme. Patchouli doesn't love patchouli, especially fume heads, but they really missed out on this. And I get it. It's funny that I have both of these in here, Bois Studio, and there is a resemblance. I feel like Vases took some ideas for this from Bois Studio, especially that cumin, the dry woods, the cumin, the leathery aspect, and he pumped it in here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let's go with another Christian Dior. And I hate this for many reasons. Number one is because they have completely ruined a brilliant Dior Homme and turned it into a big pile of dog shit. That's literally what this is dog shit. Not only that, but they've absolutely ruined the bottle as well. The other one was much classier and elegant, but the perfume is horrible. I think this is worse than Dior Sauvage. Pick any concentration of Sauvage. This is worse. It feels more synthetic. There's nothing, it doesn't feel like there's a single natural element to this. So even looking at a note list or a breakdown, it's just like, it feels so generic. It's fresh, clean, lemony, ultra boring. By boring, I mean the time that I wore this, I remember being at work and thinking, midday, couple hours in, it's like, I just want to go home and wash this off and put something else on. That's how bad it was. I couldn't tolerate it. I couldn't stand it. And I was like, never again. Done. Never going to wear this again. Just uninspiring, boring, mass appealing, mainstream, meant to please as many people as possible, and totally not worth a fraction of what this is going for. Just like designer Drek. So that's 5. I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've actually got one more, and this is, I don't hate this, but I'm really upset with this because I'm underwhelmed with this. This is Comme des Garçons Incense Avignon, which is, considered to be one of the best churchy perfumes out there, and I don't agree with that at all. I don't even think it's a great incense perfume, let alone remind me of church. Again, just so boring and underwhelming. And I've gone through, this is my second bottle. I had My first bottle, I gave it away, gave it to my sister, and a couple years later, I was like, I should probably go back and revisit it. I think I might like it. I think it's me. It can't be the perfume. It's me, and I missed out. So I got another bottle, and I had the exact same reaction. It just did nothing for me. So I much prefer for church incenses things like Bois d'Encens or Gucci's A Midnight Stroll. I love that line, the Midnight Stroll and the entire Alchemist Garden. So I think as far as church incenses, there's much better things out there. I mean, it's not garbage, it's not trash. It smells like it doesn't deliver for me. It fails to deliver. It's a very cold and uninspiring, slightly boring perfume. So that's just me. That doesn't mean it has to do that for you if you do love it. Anyway, there you go. There's 5 and 7. So 5 perfumes I love, 5 perfumes I hate or strongly dislike. And let us know what you think of these picks. Let us know what 5 perfumes you want to share for things that you love, things that you hate, or any other comment that you want to leave. I'm going to tag a couple of people, some old friends, and some people we haven't seen in a while. I want to tag, firstly, Guerlain. I want to tag my buddy Guerlain, the Etherealist. I love to see what he would recommend or what he hates. He's probably got a lot of crappy perfumes, so I want him to share those. I want to tag Robes 08, if you're still wearing perfumes. Let us know what you love. Let us know what you hate. We'd love to see you. We'd love to hear from you. I also want to tag Christo. It's been a long time. Hope you're well. Love to hear from you. Let us know what you love, what you hate. I want to tag Miami Cuddles. I want to tag Wafts from the Lofts. I want to tag Bernardo, another fragrance reviewer. I want to tag Joey Cannoli. I want to tag Unaverage Joe. I want to tag Bobby Ono. I want to tag JJ Colburn, Rudy from A Time to Musk Up. I want to tag a friend of the live stream, Anthony James. I want to tag Peter from Fragrance View. I want to tag Margie Noir, Margie Louise. We'd love to hear from you. And I want to tag, lastly, Mr. Smelly. So there you go. I'm not going to personally tag anybody, but if you do speak to any of these people, let them know that they've been tagged. We'd love to hear from them. Other than that, hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Ta-da.